Good morning. Steve Comalander, old fisherman back with you. We're going to try to catch some more of these white perch. Drop it down here and see what we can do. See if we can catch old Looney's back with me. Oh, there's a bite. There's a bite. There's a bite. There's a bite. Old Looney's back with me. Let's see if we can pull this perch in. A nice white perch. Look at that. Boy, that ain't pretty. Huh? That's a nice one right there, boys. That is a nice white perch. Man, caught him on the spoon. My old jig's got all tangled up somehow or other. But man, what a nice start for a white perch. And this is a problem here I hadn't been having lately. But somehow or another, we done tied a knot. But we'll get it out. We're fishing with a 2 gup shrimp. One of them is a half a gup shrimp. I found out yesterday they was biting a half, so I let them have a half. A spoon, 1 whole gup shrimp, and you'll see that half a gup shrimp there. We're gonna see how many we're gonna catch on the half today. We're gonna drop it down, try it again. Oh, caught one. We pulled in here yesterday and caught a pretty good many. I had about 90 fish yesterday. I had 15 over a pound and a quarter. So we'll see what we can catch today. I'll say it again, no limit on these fish, so I ain't got to worry about the game department, so I can catch as many as I want. And so we're gonna drop it down and slow troll this thing around about 49 foot of water here on top of this little hump, and there's another. There's another. Uh-oh. What I got here? We got more than one white perch, I can tell you that. Definitely got more than one white perch. If it's one, it's our big one. Man, that joke's pulling. Yeah. Oh, 2 white perch. Look at that. 2 Monticello slabs. One of them is a slab for sure. Other mediocre. Monticello white perch. And there's over 3/4 pound. This one here caught the biggest one on the half shrimp. Half shrimp, boy, look at that. A nice Monticello. Half shrimp. Drop it back down and see if we can catch some more of them pretty Monticello. White perch. I tell you, loving life like I say every day. I got to say it. It's my prayer. Loving life. Thank you, Lord. Let me be here enjoying this wonderful lake. Drop it to the bottom, tighten the line, go to pull and see what happens, if anything. Got the radio going, I probably need to turn it down a little bit, you can't hear me talk. But got my music, water's way down today, and some days I have trouble when the water's way down, but hey, it's like I said, you don't give up, you keep on going, and you never know what the next day is going to bring, and it might bring you another white perch like that right there. It might bring you another white perch like that right there. I reel it up slow. Hopefully I can get 2, but you know, that don't happen all the time. Some days are better than others with the 2. I think I got this one snagged. Got him up under the gills there. It's a mediocre size. All right, Looney. Don't you take my plug, you little rascal, you. He's out there trying to get it. He sure will. He'll get it. If I hook one of them, I'd be turning the camera off. I'll run out of film before I get it up. I'll run out of storage, excuse me, is what I'm trying to say. Looney, stay away from my plug. I tell you, Monday, everybody gone to work. What a Super Bowl game that was last night. Man, that Tom Brady, you never let your guard down when you playing Tom Brady. Them Atlanta Falcons has messed up that second half, had the game won, and turned around and let him come back and beat him. That's what happens. You get a good quarterback and he gets confidence. It's kind of like fishing. You get confidence, you can damage them. That confidence is everything. Playing baseball, football confidence. Confidence is what I call momentum, and momentum and confidence go together. You start believing that you can catch fish, you can catch fish. You start believing you can strike out a batter. If you pitching a baseball, you can do it. And I play football, and you got to believe you can run through that wall without getting hurt. If you go run up to it, and right before you get to the wall, you think, oh, that's going to hurt. Well, you'll get hurt. But if you believe you're going to do it, there's something about that. I don't know what it is. It's all mind control. Mind control is a wonderful thing. If you can make your mind think right and control what you think and use it as a positive part of your life, you're in good shape. There's a little baby white perch, half a pound. I'm not gonna give it to Loney. Loney's been eating too many perch. He's gonna have to go catch his meal. His handouts is gonna get over with. I can't take them anymore. What happens is they keep diving up under the boat and it's scaring my perch off. And I'm convinced of that. And I said it before and I'll say it again. Them suckers dive from one end to the other, up under there, and I see them on the fish finder 25 foot deep, swimming through. Well, that scares the perch off. They might not be getting down there 40 and 60, but they getting down there close enough. Them perch know they're there. And they a whole school of perch will just take off. Them perch, when they moving, they don't swim around the bottom of the water. They come up and suspend and move. And they see them daggone birds, and they get away from them. You get on a batch. I was on a batch a while ago out there on another video. I don't know if I'll publish it or not. And the fish were all over the bottom. And Looney got to diving down. See, I see him right there at 20 foot. One just dove under my boat. It makes a big old hook, like a big old fish, but it's the bird. And when they start diving under that boat, you can be catching them, and they gone. And then you got to move around to find some more. And that's one reason I think this fishing at one spot don't work that good, because if you zero in on one spot, them birds get to diving more at that one spot. By trolling around, they kind of scatter out the diving, so the fish don't know where to go. They liable to swim right over that 40 yards, right over yonder 40 yards. Them birds is doing it, I think. And now you get them in real deep water, 65, 70, them birds probably don't affect them as bad. But today we up in the 40s range, and 40 range in the shallower, it really affects them. You get on some crappies or something, or any kind of fish up shallow, 20, 25 foot in this lake, and them birds come under you, they gonna run them off. They will run them off. Ain't no doubt about that, buddy. They will run them off. I jerked, and the birds are coming to me like puppies, and one dove under the boat. Boy, that's a fine perch. Look at that. Man, look at that perch. That is a nice white perch. Hey, what a white perch. That's £1.25. I can guarantee you on that. I caught one the other week, £1.75. That's the biggest one I caught in a long time. Big perch, man. You got to love catching them big ones. You got to love catching them big ones. Monday, and I don't see a soul because it's foggy, and they might be lost in the fog. But there's some boats, it's some trucks at the ramp, so it's some fishing. People fishing. I don't know where they're fishing at. I don't see them. Must be fishing in the cove somewhere. Might be crab fishing, bass fishing. I don't know, man. I don't see anybody perch fishing right now, but I'm sure it's somebody around here perch fishing. You gotta. They see my videos and they start to get the desire to go perch fishing. I don't blame them. All right, there's another white perch. Let's see what size he is. He's about medium size. He's not a big one, but he ain't a bad one. He's 3/4 pound white perch. Caught him on the whole gup shrimp. Whole gup shrimp. I done used all my different colors up gup shrimp. I got to take a trip. It's hard to go shopping when all you do is fish. Where my pliers is, I was going to bend the little barb on my hook. I lost my pliers. but the little barb on my hook sticks out, and sometimes it's hard to get them off. So a lot of times I'll bend that barb in, flatten it, where I can get them off easier. And I got one hook that I hadn't been in yet. I got a pair of needle nose somewhere, but I don't see them. But I hadn't been that hook in yet, and it's a little bit hard to get off. That's why that barb is put there, to keep fish getting off. But a lot of times I'll bend it in just where I can get them off the hook easier. Make it easier to get them off the hook when I'm in a hurry. But sometimes you can mess yourself up. You get a big fish, and then you give him a little slack, he'll come off there. And that's the reason you'll see me a lot of times. I'm trying to catch 2 or 3, and I'm sitting there holding it, and then they get off while I'm trying to get another bite. It's because I done bitten them barbs back. If them barbs were stuck in there, it wouldn't slide out his mouth as bad. It would hold him in there. So that's my fault that I do that, just to where I can get them off it easy. So apparently I'm messing myself up by doing that, just for a little bit of ease of getting them off. All right, Looney, where's my fish? Y'all done run them off? I tell you what, these birds. I seen one yesterday with a spoon around his leg with some line. I hate that, but I didn't do it. Somebody using a different spoon than what I used. Been out here over the weekend. I didn't fish on Saturday, so I'm sure it was some people out here over the weekend. I try not to fish on Saturday, but sometimes I go because there's so many people, and they got where they watching me pretty hard, so, which I don't care. I just don't want to be out here in the way. Let them have it. Then I'll come back through the week being off. But let's see if we can get a bite. I need to concentrate. Oh, there was a bite. There was a bite. 47 foot. There's a few out there. They're not eating it up. There he goes. Golly, that was a heavy fish right there. That bit like catfish. I believe that was catfish. Them old catfish, sometimes you get the trolling along there, hit this thing. And I believe that was a catfish. I don't know. Let's see if we can make a quick circle here. A fast feed up. See if they'll bite. They're bumping it, but they ain't taking it. And they do that a lot of times when they're not in a real good feed. We're gonna see if we can make one bite. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna whip this thing real fast in a circle. Hey, missed him again. In a real fast circle and see if one will grab it. Gliding through there. There you go. It must be little ones. They must be little. That's all I can say. Because they ain't taking it right. All right, come on, perch it. Kind of slow. I'll get on the batch in a minute. Catch a few. I probably caught 15. Caught a few before I turned the video on. I'm just missing. They're not taking it right. You never know when that old bass is gonna hit it. That's what. In here is my bass hole. I catch a lot of bass in here, especially in December. My goodness, I wish I'd have been filming something for December, because there was a big bass in this spot in December. Them basses done moved in. They getting on into the coves. They getting ready to move up spawn too. Got a white perch, 3/4 pound on a half shrimp. Yeah, them basses is done left this deep. I think most of them have anyhow. Left the deep water. They probably moving right on up them ditches, and they probably right out there in the middle of them coves and out on little secondary points, getting ready to move up spawn. But ever so often you'll catch a good one. I hadn't caught as many bass in January and February as I catch in November and December. November and December, there's a lot of bass out here. There you go. There you go. Oh. Probably 3/4 pound. Get him on up. Yeah, 3/4. So he's an eater. Eaters go in the box. Lake Monticello. Oh, watch it, bird. Don't you take my spoon. Sucker. Tell you, they a mess. It's supposed to be 70 degrees today, and that's not good for this kind of fishing. You know, it's been cold. High yesterday was about 50. It was cold. The day before was about 50. I didn't fish the day before. Went rabbit hunting. But just warm. Them usually on a day that it's going to be 70 degrees, you might catch them in the morning. They generally quit early. Don't have any wind, so it's slick conditions. So we probably gonna catch a few, and then they're gonna slow up probably. But you never know. There's another bite. You never know. Them suckers might fool me. They might fool me. They might bite good today. So anything that I think, that don't mean it's gonna happen. It's I could be saying what's going to be, but it ain't going to be, because they done changed. What I thought was one way is really another way. So I'm basically, when I'm talking to this camera, I'm thinking out loud, talking to myself and convincing myself what I think is right. And that's theory again. You believe what you say. In my heart, I feel what I'm saying is right, but that don't mean it's 100% right. All it is tips that I try to figure out and pass on. So you might hear me say something that you know is crazy, but at the time I say it, I believe it. And like we sitting here and you in the boat fishing with me and we talking. This is what we doing. Only you not talking back. I fish by myself 99.9% of the time. Every so often, there's an apple. Oh, Lord, mercy, that was a good fish. Every so often, I'll take somebody with me, but I really, the way I fish, I really get in my way. I'm pulling the boat, pulling the jigs, and unless they are in touch with fishing, like I am, it'd be hard for them to catch a lot of them like this, because I'm pulling these jigs in a circle. If he was on that side of the boat, his lines would be up under the boat. That wouldn't be good. So both of us got to be on the same side of the boat, and as we pull along, our lines might get together and cause a mess. You know, you got 3 jigs on my rig and be 3 on his, and if they get tied together, then you got 6 jigs with lines going everywhere. And so that's why I prefer to fish by myself. I catch a lot more fish when I'm fishing by myself. It's kind of a lonely thing, but I enjoy it. That's why I'm videoing, where I can talk while I'm fishing, I guess. Feel like I'm talking to somebody. Hey, it's going to be a slow day. I'm going to have to struggle. And that's the way it was last week. I'd catch 30, 40 at a time. But yesterday I caught them 90. That was a good day. You know, I have been out here and caught 200. And when you catch that many, you got to go home and clean them. You wish you hadn't caught that many. So, but basically, you know, these people throw them back, the birds are eating them. So, if it's no need to pull them up and think you can throw them back when you're fishing deep water, because it ain't gonna work. Not in this lake. Now, Lake Murray, the birds ain't like this. But it hadn't been a good. About 3 years ago in Lake Murray, I caught them like this. I mean, I wore them out. Lake Murray, most of the people fishing Lake Murray for perch now fishing with minnows. And I don't have nothing against fishing with minnows. I just hate to aggravate with them. I like fishing with an artificial. But the minnows will work. They put them in a rod holder, drop it to the bottom, pull them in a rod holder, and with a soft rod, they pull down, you jerk. I mean, that's a good way to bring people out and fish. That way you don't get tied up as bad. Your lines are just going straight down. A lot of times they anchored out. And you can catch them like that. I got a buddy, that's the only way he'll fish. He won't fish artificial. And he loves it, and there ain't nothing wrong with it. It's just a different style of fishing. This way, I don't have to buy the minnows, because I got to buy the jigs, and them gulp shrimps ain't cheap. So, but this way I don't have to buy the jigs, and the minnows, and don't have to put my hand in cold water and put them on. So. But anyhow, I'm gonna let y'all go. I just want to make a short clip. The fish ain't biting that good. I caught a couple, but I'm gonna get back on them, and I'll get back with you. Steve Comalander, Lake Monticello.